Coverage you can count on continues tonight with a family forgiving the driver who killed 5 Georgia Southern Nursing students last year, including their daughter. John Wayne Johnson pleaded guilty to 9 charges, including 3 counts of vehicular homicide Thursday in a Bryan County courtroom. He was sentenced to 5 years in prison and 5 years probation in exchange for that guilty plea. The prosecutor says the sentence was determined after months of discussions with the victims' families and the defense team. Tonight, more than a year after that crash, we're hearing from the father of one of those students. Caitlin Baggett was originally from Millen.
Stephanie Bornman shows us how the Baggett family is coping with life after the tragedy.
You know, I miss her every day.
Visiting the gravestone of his daughter is how Ricky Baggett starts his days now.
Every morning I go to town, get a cup of coffee, and I come back out here and I sit out there, right there at her grave, you know. Sitting there just like we was having a conversation.
Baggett says many years ago, he watched his own mother lay her son, his brother, to rest. A heartbreak he never imagined he would also feel.
And it was one of them things, you know, I hope I never would have to happen to me, but it did.
Baggett says retreating to his faith is how he's learned to cope with this nightmare.
It's nothing like, you know, when you lose your own child.
A nightmare that his family had to relive again this week when the driver of the tractor trailer pleaded guilty to the crash that killed Caitlin Baggett. Still, the Georgia Southern Nursing student's father says in his faith he's found the strength to forgive John Wayne Johnson, the man driving the truck that took his daughter's life.
You know, I know he didn't have no intention of doing that, you know, but it was just an accident that happened. You know, I forgave him of it, and my wife forgave him of it.
Baggett says his days without Caitlin won't get any easier, but she is never far from her family's hearts.
Like I've told everybody, we know where she stood with the Lord. We know where we stand. One day we're going to see her again.
In Millen, Stephanie Bornman, WJBF News Channel 6.
The Baggett family's church was gifted a cross by a close family friend in honor of Caitlin. The cross permanently sits in front of Oak Hill Baptist Church in Millen.